Right, so good evening. Nice to see you all coming in here. So first of all, we're just going to do a little bit of an introduction, just so you know who we are, basically. So Lee Saunders, you'll
Hello.
see Lee FX on here. So me and Lee, we've been trading. We're going to tell you a little bit about how this strategy came about and how we ended up meeting each other. But we basically run Inner Edge Scalping. God only knows how we ended up as educators because we're just Forex traders, but we've ended up in this space as well. And this strategy is something that we just wanted to share, make it as accessible for people as possible, give people the information that they've not got because this is an industry that a lot of people don't know anything about. So, as a brief, if you think about, I'm not going to go into massive details about this, but if you think about your education system, you're taught to be a worker, not a thinker. You're taught to stand up, sit down, turn up on time, do as you're told, react out of fear, rule-based, everything like that. You're not told about financial freedom, entrepreneurship, or anything like that unless you are brought up in a particular family environment where that is the thing and that is the norm. So all of these of environments were very new to me. I didn't know anything about it, and I thought it was a scam to start with. So a little brief on me. I'm a former Paralympic wheelchair basketball player. I'm a motivational speaker, former PTSD trauma specialist, removal, not giving it to people, even though I've probably been known to give a few people trauma in my past life. I've also been a high performance coach in many different environments as well. I work in heat training, which is hostile environment awareness training. What else do I do? I've written some books. I had a radio show. I've done loads of random stuff. And my first wander into Forex trading was in around about 2017. A young lad taught me how to gold trade. So 1 minute charts, basically no stop losses. It was like trauma. I did that for probably 6 or 8 months. I did make money out of it, but I didn't enjoy it. It was literally press a button when it goes green, press the button when it goes red, and it was traumatic. So I didn't enjoy it. So I came out of the environment, thought that's really not for me, and didn't think about it again until early in 2023 when someone put it back in my head and they introduced me to a company called IM Academy. And IM Academy, they're a big network marketing company that also teach you how to trade. So I basically joined them, started learning different aspects of Forex trading, and then that's where the story started. And that's where I met Lee. So Lee's just going to tell you a little bit about himself.
Yeah, hi guys. You all right? My name's Lee. Basically, well, I'm not as important as Wendy, really, anything like that. I'm just a normal kind of guy, really. Not done much. Left school pretty early. Got nothing after my name, got to be honest. I'm just somebody that got into it off of Instagram. I was following someone on Instagram. Again, very similar to Wendy, got into it was gold trading, but it was all on like a 30-second a minute chart, and you're basically gambling. There was no structure to it at all. You won big, also lost big, and there was no consistency, no nothing at all. So I then gave it up because I had to, because I couldn't afford to keep doing it, so I kept throwing money away at it. So I thought, right, I've actually got to go and get a job now. I went and got a job and actually went to work. And then I can't remember the year I got involved, but it was the same thing. I see, what's his name? Michelangelo Martin, I think it was,
Mm.
from the IM Academy. He was on Facebook, and I looked at it, and it looked a little bit. I thought, oh, I might give that a go. So it looks a little bit more structured. Got involved with that. Can't fault it there at all. They showed and taught us quite a lot of stuff. Just didn't agree with the way that their business plan is very, very good for them, but it's designed to make you hang on there. And so for me, that's not what this is about. This is more about getting people to be professional traders, to earn your own money, do your own thing, and go and enjoy life. Right? That's ultimately what we all want out of it. So that was pretty much it. We learned pretty much the same sort of thing. Wendy and I, we were there. We then left there, joined another space, and that was very similar. Then we decided to do our own thing because we wanted to do things slightly different to what a lot of other people do. In the fact that yes, I know this is it's a small charge to join, but it's basically to run the community. It's not we don't earn anything out of it as such. It's to run a community. We don't earn money from this. We earn money from trading. Happy to prove and show you anything you need to see to prove that. I've got no issue with. I don't hide anything. Anything in here, we'd say 100% is the truth, and it's always been able to be backed up by proof. I'm not worried about showing that at all. Um, yeah, but that's pretty much where we are now.
Hmm. So Lee and I, like I say, we met in the IM Academy, and this particularly with trading, there's so many different strategies, thousands of different ways you can trade the markets. And throughout the education that I received in 2023, I started developing my own trading strategy. So that got developed through 2023 and into 2024. And that is what we're going to show you tonight. So this is what we call a scalping strategy. It's a really quick, simple thing. I designed it to be, in my head anyway, the easiest way that you can go in and out of the market. And I've been trading this live since September 24. I started trading this. And then how I got into education, it wasn't something I was planning. At the end of It was the end of 2024, wasn't it, Lee, that IM Academy
Yeah.
was closing? Yeah. So at the end of 2024, IM Academy was going to, all the educators were leaving and going somewhere else. And it was at that point when I thought, well, I don't need an educational platform anymore because I've got my trading strategy. I'm quite happy. I'm just going to disappear off in the ether and have a nice life, sort of thing. And then someone else I knew asked me if I would go and educate on their platform. So I actually ended up doing the whole of 2025 educating on someone else's platform. Then we went in different directions because I'm scalping and they're smart money. So don't worry about that now, but it's a different form of trading. And that's when February this year, me and Lee got together and just said, well, we had a lot of community who still wanted to do the scalping. So we just started up another platform for scalping only. And the reason being, a lot of people fail in Forex trading because they jump from one thing to another. So it's always, this is what IM Academy was about. They'd show you one strategy and you get really good at it. And then all of a sudden there's something else to look at. So you have to learn something else. And then you get good. And it's a great business model for network marketing because it keeps you in the loop because you never really become very good at one thing. You just keep jumping. And that was the one thing that we decided when we did this, that we do not want people jumping from one strategy to another strategy to another strategy. We just want to teach you one thing. If you can, and the most important thing of this with it all is mindset. It is not about the trading strategies. We were told this when we started, it's 95% mindset. And I laughed because I thought I'll smash this out of the park because I've
I
got
didn't
great.
believe him at all. It's like a no, surely not. How hard
Yeah.
can it be?
And it is all mindset. The strategy is pretty simple, but it's how you apply that strategy. All your limiting beliefs about money and everything yourself, everything you've ever been brought up with will come out on those trading charts. So it's a very interesting journey. And I would say it's only for you if you truly want to put in and you want to discover a bit about yourself, because I can tell you now you'll discover a bit about yourself through this. So Lee's just going to tell you a little bit about what Forex is, and then I'm going to jump on and show you the charts. Do you want to pull a chart up, Lee, while you're doing that?
Yeah, I can do, yeah.
Yeah. So for those of you who have never seen a chart, he's just going to wander you through a little bit.
Right. So everyone see my screen?
Yep.
Right. So basically, this is a Forex chart, guys, right? These things here are called candles, and they basically do one of three things. They go up, they go down, and sometimes they go sideways. That is pretty much all you are going to need to know. But we can go into like all these different technical stuff if you want, but to be honest, it's all stuff you don't really need to know. So it's one of those things that basically, when you've got buyers heavier in the market and they're winning, the candle's going to go up. When you've got sellers winning in the market, they're going to go down. It's basically like a massive tug of war. That's all it is, a big tug of war between buyers and sellers, and whoever's strongest wins, and it goes down. If the sellers are, it goes up. And in this situation, we can put a trade on and we can win selling or buying, as long as you put it on the right way. So if you say right now, this is going to sell, and you put a trade on to sell, this goes down, you earn money. You put it on to buy, it goes up, you earn money. Same again, if you put it on to buy and it goes down, you lose money. Effectively, it's pretty much all you need to know about Forex to start with. I know that sounds really, really, really basic, but I don't want to go in there and blow your heads with how it all works, because there's genuinely no need to know that yet.
It's just the 5 minute. Can you just say about the 5 minute?
Oh yeah, so this is we're on a 5 minute chart. So basically, what that means is this candle, or each candle, is developed over 5 minutes of time. If you go down to a 1 minute, every one of these candles is a 1 minute. If you go to a 1 hour, every one of these candles is a 1 hour time frame. We trade off of the 5 minute, and predominantly we do 80 to 90% of our charting and marking up all on a 5 minute, because that's where we execute the entry. So that's pretty much what we do.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Yep.
cool.
So that's basically it. It goes up and down, and you can make money either way. And we tend to not trade when it goes sideways. All of
Which
this
again, we
stuff,
we we, we show you that it's not something you got to
yeah.
guess. We'll show you.
We have a full education program that we teach all of this stuff. And some of the guys that you can see on us here as well, we've just been on our Tuesday night call. So every Tuesday night with our Inner Edge guys, we do a live training where we go through all the charts, we answer any questions, we have a look at anything anybody needs to know. So I'm just going to show you what this strategy is. Lee, if my cursor disappears, you'll have to pull me out of
Yeah.
this. That was a trade I took earlier. I'm just going to get rid of this. So Lee's already shown you the charts basically. So how this strategy works, it works utilizing three different things. One of them is this thing down here, which is just a multi-time frame indicator. So it says it's a trend indicator. It's not really. All this thing tells you is every time frame from the 1 minute to the 1 hour, we want them all in alignment with each other. So this is all set up and based off of one of our EMAs. Now you don't need to know all these technical terms. An EMA, which is this green line here that goes red, an EMA is just an exponential moving average. It just means it's the moving average. This one is a 248 EMA. It's like our guideline for this strategy. So this tells you the moving average of the last 248 candles. And then you've got a blue EMA and a red EMA, and these two are our fast moving EMAs. All of this candle movement you see on the screen, we call this price action. So these two short running fast EMAs, they tell us the price action in the moment, whether we're going up or down. You get quite a visual of where it's going. You can see here when they've crossed over, when the red goes under the blue, it's going down. When the red's over the blue, it's going up. And then the big grey cloud at the back, again, you don't need to know this because if you guys want to jump on board, we teach you all this stuff. This is called a Bollinger Band. Now, it just shows volume in the market, basically. The reason I chose a Bollinger Band is because it does something very specific. Market always moves like this. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, and then down, up, yeah? So it always makes like these little mountain peaks and then dips down into little valleys and back. If you can notice, these are what we call pullbacks. So these pullbacks tend to tap the outer edge of this grey band, and then we get a nice push up here. And then it taps, and then you get another push up. So the reason I used the Bollinger Band was because you can set alarms on it, so you don't have to sit at a trading chart all day long. This strategy was based on alarm systems. So it means if I come to the chart and I'm wanting to take a trade, I will set an alarm for when the price goes through the Bollinger Band. And then if we're going up, so everything's in buy mode, bullish means buy, basically. I'm now waiting. If you think of it like an elastic band, guys, if we want to go up, we want to pull the elastic band back. So that is basically the equivalent of that price action dropping through the bottom of that Bollinger Band. And then we want to let go of the elastic band. And as it pings up, these are the places that then we'd be looking at placing our trades. So there's particular parameters around it, but it is basically a very, very simple strategy when you get the hang of it. There's certain areas we wouldn't trade, like you see all this is going sideways here. You can get some nice trades out of it, but we tend to avoid that. We like what we call trending conditions. So I'm just going to see if I can find a pair that's going in the opposite direction. And all of these pairs that you can see down here, we're basically trading currency pairs. So you've got odd CAD, Euro GBP, Euro USD. You can trade basically whatever you want. And we have certain trades. So this was one of the retest trades that I actually took earlier. This was one of my live trades. So everything was down. So this is in sell mode. Everything was showing bearish. There's one dropping out at the minute, look, because it's pulling back. And the strategy was it has a breach, an upper breach, because this time we want it to pull back upwards so we can ping it down. Then the important part is waiting for a crossover of these EMAs. And when you get that crossover, you can enter on this candle at the candle close, or you can wait for what we call a pullback to the 21, which is the blue EMA. So because price moves in this staggered motion, We have a re-entry model. So there's two ways of entering. Your basic, pull back and a crossover. And then we have what we call a re-entry. This is really going to not make a lot of sense to a lot of you, but I'm just trying to show you like the basics. So we have tools where when you come to the chart, you check alignment, 1 minute to the 1 hour. Then you're waiting for something very specific. If we're going down, we want these upper Bollinger Band breaches, and then we want the crossovers to the downside. You wouldn't be trading any of this because the EMAs are showing you that it's going up, it's not coming down. So it's like a very regimented trading strategy that comes with rules. That was another one of my trades from earlier. This one was a crossover. So this time we're going up, look, everything was bullish. So it's breached the lower Bollinger Band. So the elastic band's pulled back. And as it pings up, I set my alarm and wait for this crossover point and then entered on what I call the first good looking candle. So it was this candle here. And then took my 1 to 2. And when we talk about a 1 to 2, all that means is I'm risking 1% to make 2%. That's all it is. So when we talk about this strategy is designed for a 1 to 2, I'm just going to come back to your faces. That's what it means. Basically, you're risking 1% of your account. We teach, obviously, we're not financial advisors, so what you do is up to you. However, we do have risk parameters we like to put around stuff so you don't overtrade and you don't over leverage. So we typically trade 1%. You can trade less, you can trade up to 2%, but we would never recommend you trade over 2%. And Andrew will get into that in a little while. Andrew is one of our other team members. We're going to talk about funded accounts in a short while as well, because you don't actually need your own money to trade. Lee and I both have live accounts and funded accounts. So we trade with personal money and with brokers as well, but we'll go into that. So we have a lot of parameters in the team. We don't like messing about. We like making sure that people have their risk and reward set. Everything is done to a plan as well. And it is a very, like I say, step-by-step process that you go through. There's one thing as well that's just been done to make this a little bit easier. Oh, hi, Miguel. You're right. Our tech guy's just appeared as well now as well. So we'll introduce you to Miguel later. So there's one thing as well that has just been done recently to make the alert system easier because we have different ways you can trade this strategy. So Lee has just developed what we call an indicator, which means that instead of setting individual alerts like I do, I still do it very old school way. I set my Bollinger Band and then my crossover. And Lee's developed something called an indicator, so you can just set different types of alerts. So I'm just going to get Lee to jump on that and just quickly show you that as well while we're here.
Oh, no worries. Yeah. Right, if I see my screen again, yeah? So this is obviously the naked chart, guys. It's like just how it would come normally. And then this is our TWS indicator with it turned on. Now, it might look a little bit sort of, oh my God, there's a lot going on there, but I'll break it down and it will become a lot easier. So we've got the Bollinger Bands, the EMAs and stuff that Wendy was talking about. But basically what this does here is this then shows you visually when you've got that happened. So here you've had a Bollinger Band breach, you've had a cross, you've had the look is a look indicator to say that you've hit the EMA. So now look for your trade entry reason, basically. These are not buy and sell indicators. It's just something to give you an alert to let you know to go to the chart to look because everything of your parameters has lined up ready to go. So for an example, because we're below the grandfather EMA as such, like the 2-4, because we're below that, all we're looking for is selling. So when you get a bullish cross and a bullish Bollinger Band breach, it won't notify you because it's irrelevant because you don't need to know that because we're below that, so it doesn't matter. So all it does is it saves you time and it's just easier. It's just easier for you to visually see stuff. And when it comes to setting alerts, all you now do is you go onto it, you click your alerts on your indicator, and you come in here and you've got all the stuff here that you can individually do. So you've got your every time the MTFTI is aligned, you can do it there. You can do your fast EMA, your slow EMA, or if you're really lazy like me, you can just hit a full look cycle for bull or bear. And when you get a notification, that means everything else has been hit. You get a look alert, you come to the chart, you look at that, and you look at that, you say, no, equal lows are there. So not enough room for a trade. I'm not taking that. and that's which is other stuff that we then teach you as well. But this is an indicator that will just help you look at stuff visually. It just makes things easier, and you haven't got to sit looking at the chart all the time. All you do is set the alerts, and when you get the alert, you then go back and look at the chart. Pretty much it went, didn't it?
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. And the one thing we do like to state with this, it's not a buy and sell indicator. So there are parameters around it. This is literally just so you can set
It's just
alarms
alerts.
on your
It just
chart.
makes it easier for you. So you haven't got to be. We've all got busy lives, right? You've all got kids, you've got families, you've got work, you've got stuff going on. So it's one of those things that it's just easier not to have to sit at the chart all the time. You can set an alert, get on with your day, have your alert. Oh, I'll go back and have a look at the laptop, go and have a look. And if it's there, it's there. If it's not, move on to the next one.
Yeah. It's a look alert. It's
Yeah,
not
and
a
that,
quick.
which is why I named it look. It's not a
Yeah,
it's the look. Let's have a look at this. We're not buying and selling right now. Sometimes they work out good and they look at it and actually that looks really good. We'll get in on that. But there are other stuff that we teach parameters wise. And you all have your own individual trade plans to stick to as well, which we're pretty strict on as well, aren't we guys that are here?
indeed. No worries, David. We'll see you soon. David's got to jump off.
I'll see you, Dave. Tell mate.
So that is the indicator. Like I say, it's just to make trading a little bit simpler because what you can find is when you start with this strategy, the process that we like to take you through is you trade the literal granny out of everything to start with. So we do journal reviews at the end of every month. And when you get on this, we don't want you to be thinking about, earning money from it or anything like that. The first thing I've designed this so a pattern gets burnt in your head. And that's all it is. And there are processes that you go through to burn that pattern in your head. So we give you stage one. You literally trade it, trade it, trade it. We look at your journals and then we give you individual updates on your journals. So we can notice, Lee and I will know exactly where you're getting knocked out of trades, what you're not seeing, what you need to know. Then we give you your update, you go back. So the main issue we have is we have got some of the team. I know Lee Baldwin's on here at the moment. So Lee, you're currently in the trade everything moment, aren't you?
Yeah, I am at the minute, yeah. Which is basically going to give me some good feedback at the end of it to know what I can continue with and what I can cut out. So it'll be good.
Which is perfect. And that's why we do it because everybody there's a basis to this strategy. So I always say it's like the foundation. We're going to drill into you such a solid foundation that then when we put the walls and the roof on, your house is going to stay up. So you're going to have a very solid foundation with good walls and a good roof. When it comes to the interior design, that's down to you guys. So if you suddenly decide, I trade the basics of this strategy, and we're going to go through journals, and Lee's going to show you one of his funded. Lee, can you load up the 10 grand one for just so you
Yeah.
don't terrify people with the others? Because we're gonna show you some other bits and pieces. But the point of what we're doing is we build you a floor, walls, roof. I trade the floor, walls, and roof. I don't trade nuances anymore. I'm pretty much standard with what I do, but we've got a lot of traders. Some of them will trade off of one of the EMAs. Some of them will have a combination. Some of them will see something particular that they like to trade off of. So we help you design how you see the chart because we're all different. We are not pattern matches of each other. And this is the one thing we really need. We do our best to get into our traders' heads is getting them to be uniquely themselves, but within the trading strategy because there's different bits and pieces to it. So we like to make this a unique experience rather than just a one size fits all. So what we're just going to do now is just you guys will get to ask us. We're going to have a Q&A at the end. I'm going through this a bit quick because I want to just get all the gumph out of the way so we can have a good old chat with you guys and answer any questions. Andrew, could you just have a quick chat about funded accounts? Can you screen share and bring up like Alpha or FTMO or anything? I've caught him a bit on the hoof
Potentially,
here.
yeah, I can get Lee to get some of those up and ready. So, I'm aware that Lee and Wendy have thrown a load of information at the new people here at the moment. And I don't know if people are new to trading or have traded in the past or have tried different strategies. So I just wanted to give a brief overview of the concept of trading. And first of all, please, with trading, there are lots of charlatans in this industry and it gets a bad name. And it's because people think it's a get rich quick scheme. People think it's all to do with Dubai's and yachts and pool parties and all that stuff. It's not. It's really, really boring. Trading is boring. However, if you can learn this skill, it can massively change your life. And, I've done some amazing trips this year, and it's been because of trading. This weekend just gone, my daughter's a big F1 fan. We went to the Budapest Grand Prix. It was grid walks and paddock walks, and all of that was sorted out via trading. So that's not to say that everyone's going to do exactly the same thing. I've been trading now for 6 years, and a lot of people think that you need lots of money to succeed in trading. And this is where I would encourage everyone to do their own research on stuff. Wendy Smith is a very well-known figure globally. She wouldn't be putting her name to this if it was a scam. Please do your research on that, just to give yourself that peace of mind that ex-Olympian, mates with Sebco, all of this sort of stuff. Wendy's not very good at bigging herself up, but believe me, she is a big deal. She knows her stuff, and is very visible. Also, have a look at the concept of what's called proprietary trading or prop trading. And I'll get Lee to share screen in a moment, but there's companies like FTMO, 5%ers, Alpha Capital, who will basically give you their money to trade with. So to break it down really simply, if you had $100 and you put that in a broker account and say you made yourself 10% in a couple of months, you've made yourself $10, which is not going to change the world for a lot of people. However, if you have $10,000 or $100,000 and you make 10%, and that's $1,000 in the pot or $10,000 in the pot. So the question will be, okay, how do I get $10,000 or $100,000? And this is where prop firms come in. So you can go to one of those prop firms, and again, please do your research on all of this yourself, and say, right, you go to a prop firm and say, I can trade. And they go, go on then, prove it. And you go, all right, I will buy $100,000 account. And I'm just using these numbers because it makes the maths easy. And believe me, I'm awful at maths, but reasonable at trading. So you do not need to be really good at maths to be good at trading. So say you bought, and you can get a $100,000 account at the moment. There's a special offer with 5%ers. I think it's for $149. So you give them $149. They give you a fake $100,000 to trade with. So you then trade that. Say it takes you a month, 2 months, 3 months to pass that challenge. It's called a challenge. Once you've passed that challenge, they go, okay, great, you can trade. Here's the 100,000, and off you go and trade that. And that's how prop firms work. So say on a live account, a live funded account, you then make 5% in a month of that $100,000. So there's then 5 grand in the pot. You would keep, on average, 80% of that. So you're then going to keep 4 grand, and they're going to keep a grand. And that's how prop firms work. And this is why people think it's a scam, because it sounds ridiculously unreal. Now, the questions that come up will be, well, what happens if I'm on the challenge and I fail to do that? Fail to pass the challenge, the interview, if you like. They keep your $149. That's what happens with that. And likewise, when you're on a live account, so say they give you the 100 grand and say you blow that account. So it might be that you have what's called drawdown. Say you've lost $10,000, they just take the account off you. You are not liable for that $10,000, and you do not have to start on a $100,000 account. There will be firms that will give you 100,000, 200,000, 400,000, which you pay for, but you can get accounts. You can get 5 grand accounts.
There are 5 grand, and
Yeah.
Alpha always does a 10 grand with 40% off as well, doesn't it? Or 10 for 40. Is
Exactly.
that the $40 one, Lee?
$40 one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can start your trading with $40, and then if you use those wins to then build yourself up to bigger capital, then you'll manage multiple what's called prop accounts across multiple different prop firms. But that's how the concept of trading works. Now, Wendy and Lee also have their own accounts. I personally have a rule that I only trade with other people's money. I don't trade with my own, but everyone's different. And it might just be the way my headspace works. But I trade across multiple different prop accounts, and then get paid monthly from those. But please do, just to sort of dispel any myths around this, That's how trading works, and that's how most people get into trading and what prop accounts are. Have you got
Yeah.
the on your tabs, Lee, there, just so we can
I was going to say
show?
it's changed. It's changed massively from years ago. You did need your own money, but now they have these funded accounts.
You
And they're
did,
not,
and
the thing is, guys, this isn't like, oh, funded accounts will jump. They are, when they call them a challenge, they are a challenge to pass. You've got to trade within parameters. It really teaches.
Mentally as well, mentally more than
Oh,
anything.
yeah, as soon as you go off of demo trading, because anybody who joins, or even if you didn't join, we've got something we're going to show you later. You can go and do this on your own. We always say get on a demo account first. And when you're on a demo account, you're trading real-time live markets, but with demo money. And it's really interesting because you're like, yeah, I'm doing really well, I'm doing really well. And then you get on these challenges, and because it becomes reality, a lot of people, that's why we say this is all mindset. The mindset goes out the window, and Bob's your uncle, you lose the challenges. Go on,
and
Lee,
again,
can you share
just to
quickly?
dispel any myths around this, there are lots of charlatans out there who will be trying to charge you five, six, seven, £8,000 to teach you how to trade. You can learn to trade for free with things like, if you have a look at babypips.com, there is stuff out there.
Mm,
But I'm involved in a number of different trading communities because trading can be quite lonely. So it's nice to surround yourself with like-minded people who get it and understand the frustrations and stuff. But with a community and with people who have a trading strategy which has been proven to be profitable, you will just get there quicker. I appreciate not everyone can afford the monthly membership or can afford challenges on prop firms at the moment. There are, as I say, trusted resources out there which will get you there. It will just take a lot longer. That's all it is. You're paying for expertise within a community, and Wendy mentioned it earlier. There's no money that really, if people are charging a lot of money for education, they're not making money from trading themselves. They're
mm.
making it from the education. Whereas these are just nice guys. Sorry, Lee, you're going to share your screen on prop
That's all right, mate.
first.
No worries. No worries. I'll share. I'll put a couple of screenshots in Discord because if I load into Alpha, it actually loads my accounts up, and I don't really want my account numbers out there in the big wide world.
These guys can't look in Discord, can they?
No, I'm going to screen share.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to screen share. Can everyone see my screen?
Yeah, it's very small as always. I've got this thing about Lee's screen, it's always too small for me. They think I need glasses, but I'm in
You
denial.
do need glasses. Right. So this here is a screenshot of one of my actual accounts. This is a £10,000 account. It's the funded one that cost $40 to buy. Following the strategy that we've just described, taking 1 to 2 trades a day maximum. These are the figures that you get off of a 10 grand account, risking the 1 to 2 that we do. This is the end result that I will be withdrawing at the end of this month. That's on one £10,000 account. So it just goes to show you that on a $40 account, this is the kind of thing that you can return. Now, don't sit and think, oh yeah, I'm gonna get this in the first time you do it. Because guys, I've been doing this for years, yeah. I know, and I know this strategy literally inside out. So it's one of those things that don't look at this and think, oh my God, yeah, I'm going to join next week. I'm going to be getting that sort of money because it won't happen. I'll be real with you. But just so that you know what can happen, and then obviously you can then buy bigger accounts. And if you were to buy £100,000 account and do the same thing, this number would obviously get bigger. Do you know what I mean? Because you're risking on a larger account. So it's one of those things that I just wanted to show you guys, or we wanted to show you guys what can happen. And it doesn't cost you a lot of money to get involved to get that. Do you know what I mean? You don't have to have 10 grand of your own money to do it. It's just the fact of having the confidence and the tools to help you get there. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, other than
And
that,
with this, well, I was going to say with this as well, within what we do, we like to get people to work out what they would need per month and then base the accounts off of that with the minimum amount of trades. So, stats, if you got a £50,000 funded account and you only did 10% a month, that's only 5 trades a month. You've got yourself 5 grand minus your commission. off of that account. So it's working out, do you need that, or do you want, you know, a 25 grand account, or would a 10 grand account do you with more trades? It's we work with everybody to find out what they want. And some people already have their own money as well, so they'll just trade their own money, which you can do as well. But we don't recommend you do that until you've learnt the
No, so
strategy,
until you're
until
profitable and
you're
proven
really
it's 60,
profitable. And
70% win rate, then you can. But other than that, I wouldn't.
yeah, we always
I'd risk
recommend
someone else's
probably
money before that.
exactly go for a funded account first and get the hang of the fundeds, and then you can start siphoning the money off and chucking it in your live accounts anyway. So that's quite nice. No worries, Trina. Thank you for jumping on, Hunt. I'll see
See you,
you
trainer.
next
Tell her,
week.
mate. See ya.
So demo accounts first and then funded. So that's that. The other thing that we do as well, and I just wanted to show you, we keep journals. So everything we do has to be logged. So these journals, we supply them within the community as well, but you can make your own. It's just do yourself an Excel spreadsheet. But what they do is when you keep a journal of everything that you trade, it is literally the data that will prove to you when your head is going out the window what you're doing. And this is how we tune stuff up. And we're just going through with the team as well. So I tend to trade around about 75 to 85% win rate is my usual. So what's that one? That one's so March and April was 77%. May 78% I traded in May. Didn't take many trades though, but made 12% on the accounts. June, I had the worst trading month I've had since since 2024. And I just wanted to show you guys this. So I literally my win rate was 54%, but I still made 6% on the accounts over the month. And then back to July, down here, so back up to 81%, made 39% on the accounts this month. So we keep these. These are really important for data. All of my live trades, Lee's made these journals, so it tots it all up. So anything you see that hasn't got a win or 2% in it's because I don't want it on my stats because these weren't actually taken live. But I like to, everything I see that is the strategy that I would have traded if I wasn't in another trade, I like in my journal. I just don't put the wins in here so it doesn't mess with my stats. But as you can see, I took 27 trades, 22 wins, 5 losses. So the percentage is there. But the journaling is so important. It really, really is. Because if you have a really bad month, you can still make money having a really bad month. So it's really good to just keep a log of it. And we always say honest journaling as well, because it's really easy to not put the losses in your journal. But then the only person you're shorting at the end of the month is yourself because you've not got a true read on it. So this is what I mean about the personal development side of this. Honestly, this has taken me through the ringer. 2023, when I learnt to trade, the amount of times I wanted to quit in the first 3 months was pretty much every other week. Loading the tech up nearly made me quit. Trying to get MetaTrader and my broker loaded up. I nearly had a meltdown. Matty, do you mind if I get you to unmute a sec?
Absolutely.
How many conversations have we had about quitting? Matty's one of our traders of our community.
I've wanted to quit loads of times. Loads of times. I'm not even joking. And I've wanted to smash my laptop up God knows how many times.
So it's a frustrating. And what's kept you in it, Matty?
Because I don't like quitting, for one. And for two, I know what's possible with it. And that's just what's kept me. And not only that, I like the community. Like I'm in the community speaking in there more than I am on social media or anything like that. And because no one around me are traders or anything like that, it's hard to have the conversations. So within the group, I just like it. I like it.
And how's your trading gone from day one when you joined up to now? What's the difference? Because we always laugh when we go, there was Matty 1.0 and now we're up to Matty 4.0.
Yeah, I did used to be a bit hectic with my trading, yeah. I've gone through quite a lot of strategies as well, and then after doing this one now, this is definitely the right fitment for me. But yeah, it's been an emotional roller coaster to say the least. But I like it, so that's why I've stuck at it.
It is the one thing, isn't it? Christine, do you mind? Christine as well. Christine's one of our what I call she's a ready MA trader, Christine. She scares the life out of me and Lee with some of the trade she takes. But it's like I say, the nuances that you guys develop. Christine, can you sort of in brief just give a little bit of your journey through this?
I probably started a couple of years ago. I had a year off because I was selling my house and stuff. But I've chopped and changed strategies and then followed Wendy and Lee across. And well, I can't quit, so just got to keep going. But yeah, like Maddie said, the community's really great. Always putting trades in there, wins and losses. But I'm in the middle of a funded challenge, which is challenging. So just working through that. It's not easy.
And what's been the
But
hardest part of it for you, Christine?
the patience, I think. I'm not very patient. I am someone that wants to get in the trade, and I seem to get in too early quite a lot. So it's just learning that discipline and sticking to the rule. The rules are, there to help, but it can be hard to stick to your rule. Not as disciplined as Lee yet. So yeah, but getting there. Each week it's better and better, or you can have a bad week and then just sort of pull yourself together and get going again on Monday. But
And
I
it
absolutely
is
love it.
mindset, isn't it? It's not strategy based.
Yeah.
It literally is.
No, kind of know the strategy, kind of know the look. But it's when you see that candle moving and you want to get in that trade, it's hard not to when you've got to wait for a pullback or something. But yeah, I mean, anybody can do it. I didn't know anything about trading when I started, nothing at all. Nothing. Didn't even know what the candles did. I'd look at a chart and think, how do you know what that's doing?
And now it's sort of changed. The thing is, we've got, truck drivers, oil rig workers, former teachers, yoga teachers. Lee used to run a car hire firm. Matty, you work on your tree surgery. We've got people always think another one of the myths, I think, is that you've got to be good at maths and it's only for a certain type of people. No, it's for people who can follow instructions and want to do it.
That's all it is discipline. Guys, one thing, I left school with nothing. I left school at 14. Nothing. Literally nothing at all. I am probably the most cleverest person here, 100%. But if you stick to it and you're disciplined, it's proof of what you can do. It's proof of what you can do. It's all in your mind. All in your mind. You don't have to be clever to do it. All you got to do is follow instruction and be disciplined with yourself and be honest and true to yourself. That's all you got to do.
Which is pretty much it. So there's we're going to do Q&A in a minute. I just want to show you different options as well. If you were interested in getting involved in this, I've got something over on Skool. I don't know if you guys know anything about the Skool platform, but over there I created this trading taster last year, and it's literally a plug and play. So you can go over to Skool to the InnerEdgeScalping. You can buy this thing. I think I've got it on there for $127 now. And it literally is, you've got all the videos in there you need, all the mindset. Clara, who's on here as well, she's done a lot of stuff. Clara is one of our mindset educators. So Clara's done some vids in here for that. You've got all your basics, how to open demo accounts, setting up all your indicators and everything you need to know about basically the trading with as much info as I could put in. Lee and I are always updating this thing as well. So if you just wanted to go and have a look at something, which is a plug and play, you literally buy it, go away, get on with your trading. You don't get any access to us. However, in the community part of it, I do put a lot of posts in there as well. So there is a free aspect. You can just join the Skool platform, and I always stick loads and loads of value in here anyway, because I do not daily, but 2 or 3 times a week, I do videos that I put up on YouTube and in our groups anyway. And I always put it on here because I'm not about gatekeeping stuff. And not everybody wants a community. And then we have our, I don't think I've got the InnerEdge loaded up on here. I'll have to see if it comes up. But we've got our own trading platform as well, if it lets me in. Sometimes it doesn't. At least tech support is on board today, so should have had this loaded up before. Oh no, it's done the error thing. Miguel, have you got access to InnerEdge?
I'm gonna find out.
Yes.
Can you just screen share and just quickly show people the platform? Thank you. I'll just let tech do it. My laptop has been a bit of a pain in the butt today.
I had it prepared. I had a feeling you were going to ask.
He knows. He knows.
He's a mind reader as well. He knows what my laptop's been doing. We'll just let Miguel have a little share of that, just so you guys can have a look. And then just feel free to ask us questions. So the lovely
Okay.
thing,
Can you see now?
Miguel's built all this out as well. So go on, Miguel, I'll let you just quickly wander people through it from the.
Yeah, so this is our training platform where you'll go to look at the lessons that have been pre-recorded and get the education that is augmentation to whatever is on Skool. So it's a basic training platform that's customized just to our strategy specifically. And you'll see the course is built in a way that it takes you through a journey so that you're actually engaged with the community and with the strategy, so you're not lost. A lot of courses you'll jump in and there's tons of videos all over the place and you get kind of lost, you don't know where to go. And so we've put a lot of work into actually ordering these in a way that it's easy for you to follow. So this is the membership that you'll get access to as well. Is there anything else specifically you wanted me to share?
No, it's just that, just to have a look through. It's a really nice. Miguel's designed and built all this out as well, which is really
You
lovely.
get all the Tuesday night calls going there as well.
Yeah, all the live,
night
every
calls.
single live call that we do that's recorded goes in the bottom as well in the vault.
Yeah, like
So
today we had one, and should be, let me refresh this. Yeah, well, today's call is there already. So every call we have, every live call, every journal review, everything is there for you to review. So if you're unavailable while it's happening live, it's there for you to check out later in the day when you're free. So like today's is there already. So you don't have to worry about missing out on anything.
and then so if you can you stop screen share a sec, Miguel? Thank you. Thank you for that.
And you get the Discord as well with that.
Yeah, I'll just go Discord. And then I'll just quickly show you the other bit, guys. I hate all this, doing all this, but it's nice for you to see what our communities are. So this is our Discord community as well. So on here, you've got everything you need in here. We have a charts and chat section, which is basically where everybody puts in wins and losses. This isn't just a wins channel. So we like to see everything. So Lee and I, the only way we can help is if we're seeing what you're losing as well. And also it's like ownership for the team. Everybody's currently on a 30-day plan as well, which is quite funny, trying to get everyone to stick to their trading plan for 30 days. And I think the majority of people have had to reset, so everyone's on like day one again. So I'm actually, the two trades I took, these are two of mine earlier. I'm actually still within plan. So you've got charts and chat, we've got other stuff, coaching corner, general chat, all the tech and everything you need. Miguel's also created a news channel. So you've got daily news, because with trading, you don't want to be trading when there's news events because you can get wiped out the market. So we have daily news. And then there's also a channel with breaking news. So if anything just happens in the moment, it comes on here as well. But this is a community where we natter to each other in the general chat and put our charts and stuff up and answer any questions. And then our Tuesday tune-up, basically this one, any questions anybody's got for when we do our Tuesday night call, they chuck them in here so we can go through them as well. So I think, guys, that's pretty much it. That's enough. I don't know if you lot, when you get on Zoom calls and webinars, I'm done after about an hour. That's me done. So have you guys got any questions you would like to ask
You're
myself?
welcome to unmute and have a chat, talk, anything. Yeah, just unmute,
So
guys,
if
and
any of you, if
any
you wave
questions.
in that, or like Tanya's pretty good at picking people up, but if you've gone, Kathy, you've unmuted.
How much?
Oh God, yeah. Sorry, I told you I'm not very good at sales whatsoever. So we wanted to make this accessible, so it's $77 a month, and for that you get the full education package. We do live sessions throughout the week, so you get a Tuesday night live. We also, Lee and I tend to do random live events through the week. If we're sat at the laptop, we might be in the morning, the afternoon, we just jump on. You've got obviously the Discord channel, and we do journal reviews. So the journals are in for review on the 31st, Lee, aren't
It'll
they?
be
30th,
it's the last Friday of every month, but it'll be
last
the
Friday,
yeah.
last Friday of every month. There's a link in Discord. Everyone clicks on that, whacks their journals in, and then me and Lee we spend a few hours going through the journals. We video record it and then whack those out as well. You can have private coaching in there. You can have one-to-one sessions with us. So it's like a fully hosted all singing, all dancing platform.
And
But we
you,
wanted
for
to
that,
make
you
it,
get all the Discord and everything for that as well. That's everything
yeah,
all in
we
$77.
wanted to make it so you've got to sacrifice something, but it's not going to rinse you, because we're all getting rinsed in the UK at the minute. I'm not going to get onto that subject, but we are getting rinsed. And the old trading platform I was with, it was always the talk of let's go high ticket, high ticket. And that one was about £150 a month, but it was going to be going up. And even that used to make me sort of cringe a little bit, because I used to think the reason for you guys on here, the reason I'm a bit tuned into the ether. I love the old quantum realm and quantum physics. This trading strategy came about because I sat down one day and just looked in the sky and just said, give me something to make other people wealthy. That was it. And then I started getting little thoughts of, oh, if I do this on a chart and if I do that. And that's how I came up with the trading strategy. And genuinely, I want this thing to go global. I would like everybody at home to be able to access a $5.5 trillion a day industry and be able to take back off the banks what the banks take off of us. That's genuinely what sits behind it. It's why Lee and I thought, what's an ideal price for this that like normal people could access? So if you give up like a Chinese for the family a week, or a couple of pints, probably a couple of pints, 2 or 3 pints is probably going to be near on it, and it once a week. We thought that's, for a monthly fee. That's why it's cheap. Everyone calls us really cheap, and it's like we
I've been
don't
called
care.
worse.
Yeah, we've been called worse. But yeah, it's $77 basically, Kathy.
Yeah, thanks.
Or the other one, the plug and play one, is 127.
Yeah,
But that
that's
is, you pay for that as a one-off payment, but you don't get access to the Discord or me and Wendy effectively. It's just a plug and play. You get the videos and stuff like that, but you don't get interaction.
Yeah,
But
it's
it's
literally
not.
just
But it's not both. We don't need to do the
No,
course.
no, no, no,
no,
no,
no,
no,
no,
no, no, no,
no,
no,
no.
no.
If you want to come into like, like our training space, just come in on the
Yeah, it's just
$77.
77 a month. You pay
Yeah,
the pay
don't
it, and then
go.
as soon as you do that, you'll get access within 24 hours to everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't. Whatever you do, go buying
Sounds
the other
brilliant.
one.
And
That's
the
just
live sessions, are some of those trading? Are you actually trading live?
we're not actually allowed to. There's so many rules around things. We're
Oh,
not actually allowed to trade live, but you sort of can show by questioning, does this trade look nice to you? Do you know what I mean? So we don't actually act like a signal service
We
where
we
we're
we do
trading,
we do impromptu lives that might include things that look like trading,
if that makes
if
sense.
that makes
There's so
sense.
many regulations around
sounds
this
like
stuff.
good learning.
It's very,
Yeah,
yeah, they're good learning sessions.
we learn you how to trade.
Yes, there's good learning sessions. But it just depends.
But they're impromptu though. They're not a regular thing. They're an impromptu. If Wendy and I are both available and we're around, we'll whack a thing in the Discord and say, right, who's around in the next hour or so? If you are, jump on. And there's a couple of people on it that've been on some of them. They're pretty decent. They're good sessions to get on if you can. The only thing I would say, if anybody is involved, it wants to get involved, anything that we do live, get on, because the live stuff, the videos are great and you learn stuff. The live stuff is 100% where you tune yourself up and get into it. The people that come in are in the live environment, I will guarantee do better than the people that sit in the back scene and don't do anything, just watch videos. I'll pretty much guarantee that.
What I'll get Miguel to do, actually, because I didn't think about this, because again, sales, I'm not about sales. I just want people to trade and be happy. Miguel, could you put a link for Skool and
Join is
InnerEdge, or have you already done it in the chat?
Yeah, what was the second thing?
Skool and InnerEdge.
yeah, the join is one.
Yes.
The join is link.
Yeah, Miguel will just come. If you are interested in any of it, you can always come. You guys have tracked me down from somewhere. Some of you might have been on TikTok, Facebook. I don't know where you've come in from, Instagram, but you can always track me down. I can give you links, and we're more than happy to chat with you guys about anything. Are there any other questions, guys? What's the profit factor expected to use? What's the profit factor and expectancy per trade in R&R? Oh, yeah, always. Oh, Andrew's on that one. Thanks, Andrew. He's in the chat. He's already answering that. Always a 1 to 2. Always. This strategy was designed for 1 to 2s. That will all become a cliff. If you don't know what that means, guys, don't worry about it because it becomes apparent. It just means you're risking 1% to make 2. But that's how we set the trades up. Small stop losses, not come through that. So any other questions, guys? Chris, did your question just get answered? I just saw you put one in there. No.
How many funded accounts can you have at once? As many as you can pass.
Yeah, pretty much. I think some of them have a limit, some of them have a limit on funding limits?
Alpha. A lot of them have limits. You can only have up to 400 grand with each company. But there's 3 or 4 companies that I would or we would recommend because we use them and get payouts from them regularly.
Yeah.
They're the only ones that I know. And if you can get 400 grand from each of them and you pass and do all of them, I will shake your hand.
Yeah, 100%. And expect a holiday off of you as well. Thank you very much. I have certain destinations. I'll give you a list. But yeah, deal. There you go. He said deal. That's it. So any other questions, guys? Are we all good?
Yeah.
Mark Halder, you look very chilled out now on your couch. He is. Yeah, he looks quite happy. That's good. That's where I'm going to be in a minute. Debbie, you got any questions? Are you all good? You're just going to hit me up in Messenger. Cool. Nice. Right. So thank you all for jumping on. Any of my guys, before we go, have any of our trading community got anything they would like to add?
No.
No, all good. Thank you, Matty, Christine, Oddie, Tyler. Cheers for jumping on, guys. Clara, as always. And Andrew. Right. So thank you very much, everyone. And always, yeah, as Andrew said, always do your own research about everything that we've spoken about. Do your own research. If you've got any questions, please come back to us and ask us, because the one thing we won't do, and my team here, mine and Lee's team, we will not give you any bullshit.
That's the one thing about it. We are really straight talking. Some people don't like that. If you don't like straight talking, it probably isn't for you, I'll be honest. Because I'm very, very, it's very, very, we're very straight talking with it. It's one of those things that we're here to help, and I'll help anybody I can. If you don't take the advice and do your own thing, without being rude, I don't really want to waste my time doing it. I've got to be honest. Do you know what I mean? It's one thing, I will help anyone. I will do anything, but you need to listen to the advice you're being given. Because if you go against it, then it's kind of like, well, what am I doing it for? Because like we said before, Wendy and I are not doing this. We don't earn money out of this. We earn money from trading. The money we take monthly just covers the cost of running it. So it's not like we're earning money out of it. It's purely here to help people. So if you do get involved, happy to help anybody, but just listen to the advice given.
Indeed. Spread a bit of love. Right, guys, I would just say thank you then. We shall end it here. Any questions, feel free to get hold of us. Like I say, we'll happily answer anything.
Yeah, Miguel's put the links in there for both. So if you want if you prefer the plug and play to start with, say get on, that's perfectly fine. If you want to just jump in straight away, obviously that's good as well. Be good.
And if it's not for you, also.
Yeah, if it's not for you guys, don't think it is what it is. You know what I mean? It's not for everyone. I'll guarantee it's not for everyone at all. Like we said before, it's not easy. Don't jump in and think you're going to get rich quick, because that will never happen.
I think that's the one thing Andrew did cover, that just to finish on that. This is not a get rich quick. The thing, Lee and I have had so much experience learning other trading strategies, so you're not going to have to go through a 3-4 year process that we have.
Yeah.
Because what I've developed is something that if you just get your head stuck into that, you can, learn it and crack on. But this isn't.
It's not a get rich quick. This is a get involved and get rich quicker, because you'll get rich quicker because we're giving you the advice that we've learned by the mistakes. But it's still not quick. Do you know what I mean? So don't fall for it and think, oh, I'm going to be funded next week and end up drawing money out the week after.
No.
That in the real world, mate, that ain't happening.
Yeah, and it is an emotional roller coaster, just so you know that. Even though men don't do emotions, apparently it's an emotional. I'm telling you now.
Yeah, we don't do emotions. I've cried and got angry a few times, and I'm not emotional at all.
You'll go through the ringer with it. So the most powerful personal development journey you'll ever go on, pretty much. Right, guys. Well, we shall leave it there. I shall speak to some of you soon, I'm sure. Thank you all for attending. Really is appreciated. And
yeah, nice to see you all, guys. Take care of yourself.
We'll catch
and
you
hope to see you all soon.
Take care, you lot.
Have a good one, guys.
Cheers, guys. See ya.
Bye. See you later. See you later, Ray, as well. Didn't get to